So I have the S950 here, Renoise to sequence it, and Ableton just to collect the audio feed. Let's go to the disk, load up the Amen program that I built, and I will explain this. You can see better from this angle. All right, load. Okay, you can get an idea of how long it takes to load. Loading Amen full. K1 for kick, snare 1 for snare, shuffle 1, snare 2, shuffle 2, crash 1, shuffle, snare 3, reverse. That's filter decay, which is kind of unnecessary. I'll explain why later. All right, there we go. Let's play. So here we have programs number 2. Should be hearing that now. Here's Renoise doing its thing. All right, so you see, it's weird looking through a phone while I do this. Even though the break is playing through consecutively, I have C, D sharp, F sharp, A, C, F sharp, C sharp. All right, so let's listen again. All right, now let's look at the key groups and explain what exactly is going on. So we have OG Amen program. Chopped this up this morning on my day off. Let's get to the key groups. Okay, key group 1. Amen full, that's the full break. C0 to C0, that's just on the bottom. I don't even use it, just like in the last video. Key group 2, K1 for kick, the first kick. Now that one goes C sharp 0 to C1. So I basically gave myself 1 full octave instead of 2, like in the last video. Snare 1, this is the third key group, goes from C sharp to F, just like the last video. Shuffle, just on F sharp, just like the last video again. Snare 2 from G to B. Shuffle 2, just on C. Crash 1, I gave myself, again, a full octave. Snare 3, which I didn't chop this hit separately in the last video, but I did here because I felt like it. And then reverse, filter decay, which is redundant for reasons I will get into in a minute. Here is the first note. Okay, you can hear that. That is the original break at the original tempo, which I did not use. Now, if I go up an octave to the next C, okay, so I'm just using my computer keyboard because that's what Renoise is great for. I can go re-pitch it. Okay, so that's re-pitching the kick. All right, key group 2. Oh, sorry, that was key group 2. Now, snare 1 would be okay, C sharp to F. F sharp is the shuffle. G is the next snare. Notice I put that loop on these snares. And then I think when I get to C, that's the next shuffle. Okay, I'll go up an octave. Learning these shortcuts is great. Here's that crash. And then when I get up to C here, that's the last one. That's snare 3. I didn't pitch that one around because I didn't feel like it. And then reverse. Okay, so that's that. There's one other thing I wanted to show you on the S950, and a lot of people talk about this. It's the filter to cutoff modulation. So I'm in the edit program. You see that blinking there. Loudness. Okay, so here's the filter. Okay, let's go to key group all. All, okay? Now, Next page, envelope. Okay, velocity to loudness, I did 0. I don't want to mess with the loudness. I could, but for this, I wanted to just control the filter. So I have the filter on 99, which is the maximum. All right, so we talked about the key groups. We talked about the filter. I will show what the filter does. And we talked about looping, etc. So let's just go to the program, play, to OG Amen. Here we go. Now let's look at Renoise. So this is just the break. As you can see, C3, that's the fundamental kick tone. This is just not repitched or anything. To play all the exact pitches, D sharp for the snare, F sharp for the shuffle, A for the next snare, C4 for the next shuffle, F sharp for the crash, and then C sharp for that last snare. Let's listen. Okay, now over here we have reverse. So that's just the full pattern played backwards. Now we have, this one's called filter. So if you know Renoise, you know that these are velocity commands. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now listen to the filter opening up. Okay, great. And then the last one I have here, I just called it freebop, which is just having fun with it. Okay, so what exactly is going on? 2 snare hits, or 2 kicks, shuffle, snare, 2 kicks, shuffle, kick, snare, pitched around. You can hear that snare loop too. And then the filter closes at the end. So just to review I can repitch the snare, shuffle, repitch this snare, hear that snare loop. Okay. Pitch around that crash. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. I will include this sample in a download. All right, short video, but fun. Bye-bye.